Here we are, the start of season number 5, the Daytona 500, the biggest race of the season. If you win this race, you do not become a winner of the Daytona 500. You become a champion. We're looking for our 5th champion of the Daytona 500 here today. On pole to do that is season number 2 champion Jeff Bright, and 2 is outside Case Meadow in the 20. Riley Spragley-Tube and Josh Meadow make up row 2. Adam Lewis and Kevin Bandon in row number 3. Bandon, a season 1 champion of the Gatorade Cup Series. And TJ Hanley and Levi Jones, and then rounding out the top 10 is William Seaman and Isaac Nichols, your IROC champion. Then Justin Heath and season 4 champion Michael Gregory, Patrick Smith and Javier Hernandez, Cynthia Bright and Francis Dustin, Tim Gary and Tim Randolph, Andrew Miller and Jason Smito Jr., DJ Reed and Brandon Tharp, Brady Wormness, Marcus Sachi, Evan Hunter and John West, Wyatt Walker and Max Anderson, Jonathan Buford and Julius Anderson, Eli Bright and Alex Stewart, Michael Canto, Carter Friesen, Joe Jefferson and Keegan Thompson, Alexander Rowe, Luke Rainey, Jay Jefferson, Code Luigi, Derek Bouchard, and Trey Rainey round out your 42-car field, 21 rows of cars here at Daytona. Now let's go down trackside for the most famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
And the field rolls off. Looks like there might be some problems here. 17, Julius Anderson, possibly trying to get down the apron. Eli Bright trying to get up to his spot. That's going to be something to look at. Anderson is pushing Eli down onto the apron because he's trying to get down. So big problems here at Daytona for Julius Anderson in the 17. As he's still trying to get down to the apron, he's finally going to check up and go behind Eli. Probably the smartest thing to do in that situation. So Jeff Bright and Case Meadow come off of turn number 4, the pace car into pit road. 30 laps at Daytona. Who becomes your season number 5 Daytona 500 champion? We are green for season number 5. Down the back straightaway, Josh Samito with a late move. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Kevin Band's going to let off to give that 15 the spot. As they come through 3 and 4 and off of turn number 4, who leads lap number 1 of season number 5? Down the front straightaway, Josh Samito leads lap number 1 of the Daytona 500. And they are 3 wide for second behind him. Some big moves being made. Here comes the 14th Levi Jones. Jones with the big push from Isaac Nichols for the race lead. He's going to clear off of turn number 2. He moves up. Isaac Nichols stays to the bottom lane. Now Nichols going to move up to the middle. Here comes Justin Heath. 3 wide for the race lead there. 3 by 3 by 3 all the way on back. And the 70 of Javier Hernandez is there, pushing that 9 car through. Cynthia Bright also on the low lane. They're 4 wide already back there. The 09 Michael Canto in the middle of it all. They're going to sort that out. Smart there. As Julius Anderson has gotten back out and running. Currently on the tail end of the lead lap, so possibly a tire issue there. Maybe a loose wheel or a flat tire or something along the lines of that. He's going to be hoping for a quick yellow to try and get back into this as 2 cars have pulled away. Javier Hernandez and Justin Heath. Then behind them a big cluster of cars, a whole knot of cars as they come down the back straightaway 3 by 3 by 3. And here comes Andrew Miller in that 31 car. He's getting a big push from DJ Reed. Randolph comes down to shut the door on that. And now they're going to start to try and catch up to the 9 and 78 cars. Ooh, Tim Randolph got a little loose off of turn number 4, it looked like there. Here, 78 for the race lead, Javier Hernandez. That here's just blocking the 93's run there. He's going to stay in line. Yeah, and we have to point out, the 17 maybe lap car, he's not slow, though. He doesn't have the draft. Once he gets back into this pack, he'll be all right. But he's hoping for a yellow. Because if he gets a yellow and he's still on the lead lap, he will not have to start on the bottom lane, as they're now 3 wide for second. DJ Reed all the way to the bottom lane. And here comes the 6 of Brandon Tharp pushing his way through. Levi Shelton's gone back down to the bottom lane. Is behind them in that big pack. They are shuffling, getting loose left and right. That is amazing how these drivers are able to hold on to these cars. Oh, they're wrecking or in the wall. It's the 11 car. That is Evan Hunter, who has just slammed the wall through the trial. How much damage to the right side of that 11 car? Doesn't look like much, if any. And the Jeffersons at the back of this pack possibly trying to lay back in case something does happen. Here comes DJ Reed for the race lead, but no help. Brandon Tharp stays with Justin Heath, as the front 3 are right now forwards. And DJ Reed going to keep second, but Justin Heath able to come down from him for the race lead. See how loose they're getting through the corner and off the corner. It's the handling here today is very much important, more important than Daytona 500s of the past. This different car, we've been using the Gen 6 car for every season now, and the first season with these cars possibly going to take some getting used to. As they're now about to catch Julius Anderson, Max Anderson going for second. He'll clear, and he has a big push from Jonathan Buford behind. Now Buford looks to the bottom lane. Yeah, I don't think Julius Anderson's going to get that caution that he wanted, but if he can just fall back into this pack, he can still have a shot to possibly try and get up front and hold the lead, as they're now catching him. He doesn't have the draft, so he's not really slowing. This is going to be close right here, coming up onto the 17 car. Do you go high? Do you go low? Max Anderson, Justin Heath, trying to figure out which way to go. Jonathan Buford trying to get down in line. And Justin Heath has cleared, and now they are 3 wide behind for second. Tim Gary to the bottom lane. Now Julius Anderson has gotten back up to speed. He got in the draft, and now he's going the same speed as these leaders. So as we said, he's not slow. He just didn't have the draft. Boy, cars are darn left and right everywhere, trying to get by that 17 Julius Anderson, but they are 3 wide behind with no help. It's an MWR sandwich, as that's Trey Rainey going to the bottom lane. That's the 34 of Derek Bouchard pushing his way through. Andrew Miller in that 31 car, that is the car number and the same team that won last season's championship, that 31 car. The champion is in the 29 car for RCR. So Trey Rainey is going to try and get by Julius Anderson to get within a car of Justin Heath. He has push from Derek Bouchard to make that happen. And now Andrew Miller trying to get a push from Kevin Bannon, your season 1 champion. As here comes Derek Bouchard for second. He's going to have help down there, but can the draft with Trey Rainey. Rainey's going to make a move late. And he clears Derek Bouchard. Now he's going to pass Justin Heath for the race lead in 3 and 4. And now Derek Bouchard's going to follow his way through. He's going to get to second. Well, as we... Oh, another car into the wall. Looks like it's Gregory, your champion, last season's champion. We've had problems with cars. Oh, they were wrecking. The yellow is out. Adam Lewis has gone around in the trial. Well, that's why some cars were slow. So our first caution of the day here on lap number 9 for the 22 car of Adam Lewis, and possibly collecting others. As they're racing back here, 3 wide. Derek Bouchard trying to stay clear of that. It looks like he will. Trey Rainey trying to lead them back to the yellow. Here comes Patrick Smith in the 51 as well. So off of turn number 4, just before a third of the way through this race, a wreck through the tri-oval brings out caution number 1. As to the stripe, Trey Rainey leads us back to the yellow. So it looks like Adam Lewis possibly got the worst of it. Evan Hunter, Michael Gregory, even Cara Friesen possibly got some of that. Let's just make sure these guys can get slowed down. Luke Rainey into the wall pretty hard there. He got some pretty good damage to that number 2 car. Man. Yeah, let's just make sure these guys get slowed down and don't rear-end each other. We saw that. Yeah, Jeff Wright went up to the high side. That's where I want to be, up on the high side. It looks like they might be up here, though. We just got to make sure that everyone makes it through all right, especially at the back of the pack where they're going to start flying in here. Looks like they're getting it slowed down in time. And Adam Lewis just coasting it through 1 and 2. Looks like they're going to do it without getting any major damage. Luke Rain, really the only damage from that process when he hit the wall. All right, so let's see what happened to Adam Lewis in the tri-oval. This was a very weird accident. Adam Lewis down there in the bottom of that number 22 car. There's Evan Hunter up top in the 11. And Hunter, I don't know if he thought he was clear down low or what, but he comes down and just clips Adam Lewis hard. Gets Car Freezing, gets Michael Gregory. And those 4 hit the wall. TJ Hanley, Cynthia Bright go around on the bottom. But that's what brought out the caution flag as Adam Lewis, I guess you could say, just gets dumped by Evan Hunter. I don't know if that was on purpose or if that was just a little bit of a misjudgment. But very, very weird and strange for that to happen right there. I don't know if something happened earlier in the race between the 22 and the 11 or what. But man, oh man. So Trey Rainey leads us back to the line. Of course, they will stay out. They'll be at number 56 car until he is back to the green flag. The field paced off turn number 2 down the back straightaway to come and take the green flag on lap number 14. No cars retired from that accident. And out front, it's Trey Rainey. Right behind him in second, it's Derek Bouchard. Patrick Smith is third. Josh D'Amito in fourth. And Levi Shones rounds out the top 5. Then Justin Heath in sixth. Kevin Band in seventh. Eighth is Jason Smeo Jr. Ninth, Max Harrison. And Andrew Miller rounds out the top 10. So Julius Anderson is on the bottom of the lap car. He's trying to get his lap back and hope for a quick yellow when he does. And Trey Rainey, all he's hoping for is to get a great start on the top lane, because if he stays up top and Derek Bouchard and others get down to the bottom, he will lose that lead. So he's hoping to get a good start, get clear of Julius Anderson, get down from him. So we're not even halfway through the race yet. Already our first caution of the day. Wasn't the big one, but we could still see that big one happen at any time. And on this restart, we're going to do Crank It Up. So you're going to get to hear the sounds of the cars, and as they fly by, go on board with some drivers as the pace car will make the left-hand turn to pit road now. Let's get ready for a lap or two of Crank It Up. Trey Rainey will take the green flag. Derek Bouchard right behind him on his bumper. Green flag back in the air at Daytona. Just amazing the speeds of these cars and how close together they are. So the front three have cleared. Patrick Smith got to the race and that restart. And Kevin Bannon has gotten right up there as we are halfway through this race. Jonathan Buford looks for second. Marcus Sachi trying to escape from that pack in that blue and white number 43 car. Getting a little close back there. Off the corner, it looks like they were able to gather as here comes Jonathan Buford. He's been passing cars left and right lately. Now here he comes to the bottom lane. For the race lead, he's going to get underneath Patrick Smith. Can he complete the pass in 3 and 4? Marcus Sachi coming with a big run to his back bumper. And Sachi will get to the back bumper in that number 55 car. There's Joe Jefferson. We talked about he and Jay Jefferson were kind of laying out in the back of the pack. Now here comes Joe. He's up to third. And he has Brandon Tharp behind him. Sachi looking for the race lead. We got shuffling behind, trying to get down to the bottom lane. Marcus Sacchi will clear for the race lead off of turn number 2. Brandon Tharp trying to get somewhere in the bottom lane. He has not much help. Here comes Alex Stewart in the number 13 car. He'll get to the bottom for second. And Josh D'Amino is also there in that 15 car. "13 laps to go at Daytona." And as Sacchi leads, where is your pole sitter, Jeff Bright? He's back here in 27th in the middle of it all. It just shows that starting position means nothing here at Daytona. Jeff Bright started first, and he's back at the back of this field. That's insane. Luke Rainey, Adam Lewis, 2 teammates, they were both involved in that wreck. They're kind of off pace. Same with Evan Hunter and Michael Gregory. All those guys were involved in that wreck, remember. Front 2 have cleared. They're going high-low, trying to cover the spots. Then you got Josh D'Amino right behind, Jason D'Amino Jr. That 33 car was the car was the winner of the Daytona 500 last season. Your season number 4 Daytona 500 went to the 33 team. So, and now Jason D'Amino Jr. trying to bring another Daytona 500 to that 33 cars. He's up in 4th with 12 to go, and he's going to be going for 3rd if he can get underneath of Alex Stewart and push the other D'Amino, Josh D'Amino, past. And here comes Jason to the bottom lane. Code Luigi coming up to the front. Haven't really talked about him at all today, but he's going to get put in the middle by the 83 of Max Anderson. And Jason D'Amino Jr. will get all the way to 2nd as they hit 3 and 4. Patrick Smith back in the bottom lane. The 09 of Michael Cantor. Oh, they're sliding up and around they go. Into the wall goes the 7 car. Your Clash winner, Alexander Rose, Cynthia Bright, Francis Dustin involved. And the caution will come out. We saw them really sliding up off of turn number 4, and that was a very, very strange thing that they were doing. They were coming up off of turn number 4, possibly getting tight. And with just over 10 laps to go, a caution will come out in the Daytona 500 and give us a late race restart with Marcus Sacchi out in front. And your Clash winner, Alexander Rowe, involved in a heavy crash. Let's see what happened. And you can just see them here. They're starting to slide up. Watch like the 36 and the 31 up ahead. You can see they're sliding up, and the 30 and 9 and the 17 have to take evasive action. They're all stacking up. The 17 and the 16. The 7 then gets hit by William Seaman. Nowhere for that 38. I believe that's the 38 to go. Yes. Jeff Bright, Francis Dustin, Carter Freeze, and Kevin Bandon. Jeff Bright goes up and nails the wall. Cynthia Bright, nowhere to go. And that's taken a lot of cars out of contention of the Daytona 500. Let's look at this in real time, then we'll go on board with a few drivers. Yeah, this was just cars were coming up off the bottom, and William Seaman had nowhere to go, really, except into the 7 cars. The 7 came up off the bottom. Very strange accident right there. Now let's go on board Jeff Bright in that 5 car. Your pole sitter, season number 2 champion. Got some pretty heavy damage from this crash. Yeah, and then let's go one more with Season 1 champion Kevin Bandon at 18. That's a pretty hard hit into the wall there for that number 18. All right, so back to the line first. It was Marcus Sacchi and Richard Petty's number 43. They're going to stay out, and Sacchi has to deal with a late race restart here at Daytona. The field pacing their way down the back straightaway. Come take the green flag with 7 laps to go on lap number 24. The lone car out because of that accident, the 24 Cynthia Bright. Tough way to start out the season for that 24 gang. Julius Anderson still lapped down, but he cannot go down to the inside because we are under 10 laps to go. So Marcus Sacchi has the race lead. Jason D'Amino Jr. in 2nd, Josh D'Amino in 3rd, Alex Stewart 4th, and Max Anderson in 5th. Code Luigi ends up 6th, 7th Brandon Tharp. Patrick Smith will restart in 8th, Michael Canto 9th, and Joe Jefferson in 10th. So that's your top 10 for this restart. The damaged cars at the back. Isaac Nichols with the problem. He's down the apron. So Hendrick Motorsports just having a day to forget. After starting on pole, Jeff Bright's back there with some damage. Isaac Nichols now on the apron. Cynthia Bright with problems. And now the 88, the lone car for Hendrick that has a realistic shot at winning this Daytona 500. So Marcus Sachi can't get a good enough restart to get away from the Samitos behind him. We're about to find out. 7 laps left in the Daytona 500. The green flag is in the air. We're back racing at Daytona. Cars moving out of line, trying to make something happen. Here comes Josh Semino, Jason Semino Jr. There's no line, says you just have to go for it now. You wouldn't care if it's your mother in front of you. You want to do anything you can to win the Daytona 500. It could be a teammate, it could be a best friend, it could be a relative. You don't care. Just go for the win. And that's what Max Aaronson's doing in that A3 on the bottom lane, getting a big push from Code Luigi and Brandon Tharp. 3 cars hooked up and it's working. Joe Jefferson, Michael Kant also in this bottom lane. Eli Bright trying to get up in here in that number 88 car. You're going to have to time it right at Daytona. 6 laps of racing to go. Here comes Code Luigi. Here comes Max Aronson. Aronson made the move right to block Code Luigi. Isaac Nichols coming out pit road. Does he stay low and give the leaders the lanes? Oh, they're checking up. Isaac Nichols into the pack. And around goes the 48. The big one at Daytona. Julius Aronson a hard hit. And a car in the air. Oh my goodness. Big wreck in 3 and 4. Oh. 5 to go. Max Aronson leads us back, and it's going to be a late race restart Daytona. Isaac Nichols merges into the field, and that's the big one. Many cars up and over. Oh, my word. The Samitos both involved. Not many cars get away unscathed. I would say there's at least 20 cars possibly without damage. Let's see what happened. We saw Isaac Nichols start to come up. Just was not the right place to do that. We're going to look at this wreck from many different camera angles. First, we'll look at it from TV1 with Isaac Nichols. You can see he's trying to stay below the yellow line, and he just merges up into the 09, then up into the 51, and he spins up into the pack. Look at the cars on the bottom getting through. Patrick Smith, nowhere to go. Jason Semino Jr., Josh Semino, Katie Semino, the 10 car, Justin Heath. There's Julius Aronson getting hit hard by Tim Randolph. Now here come cars in. Josh Semino, Luke Rainey, Jay Jefferson, William Seaman up in the air, Evan Hunter up and over, Tim Randolph, Kevin Bandon, Francis Dustin, the 98 of Keegan Thompson, the 34 just stops of Derek Bouchard. So look at that in real time. Up into the field. And just nowhere they start coming down off. But man, some cars came flying in there. And those are some heavy, heavy accidents. That's a lot of cars upside down for one wreck. I really hope everyone's okay after that. Look at this from TV2, as this should be a pretty good camera angle. It's towards the bottom of 3 and 4. You can really see everything that happens there. Yeah, watch the apron right here. Oh. I believe it was Luke Rain in the 2 car, the first car to really come piling in there. And he's the first one that really flipped a car upside down. You can see Isaac Nichols. If I were him, I would have just let off and let the pack go by. But there's not really much you can do in that situation when there's only 3 lanes on a track and you can't really stay down the apron. Yeah, look at those cars come flying in there. Keegan Thompson, Luke Rainey, Evan Hunter, William Seaman, Tim Randolph, Francis Dustin, and Kevin Band all flip upside down. We're going to look at this one more time. We're going to look at it and just see how violent it really was as Luke Rainey comes flying in there. You can't really see because of the smoke. There's really nowhere to go. You can see cars trying to stay high up against the wall, trying to miss it. You think you might have it clear and you don't. And it goes flying in there and hit hard. So, out front, it's the A3 of Max Anderson. And he's going to have, I think it's going to be a 1-lap shootout to win here at Daytona. So, can Max Anderson hold on and win? We're about to find out here at Daytona. 1-lap shootout here at Daytona, 2.5 miles to decide the season number 5 champion of the Daytona 500. Many cars retired from that wreck. Isaac Nichols, Julius Anderson, Francis Dustin, Kevin Bandon, Luke Rainey, Tim Randolph, Jay Jefferson, Patrick Smith, William Seaman, Evan Hunter, Keegan Thompson, Josh Samito, Michael Gregory, the 87 of John West, then Derek Bouchard, Kay Samito, Justin Heath, the 33 of Jason Samito Jr. So we have 23 cars left in the race. Out front, it's Max Anderson. In second, we have Joe Jefferson, Michael Cantos third, Code Luigi fourth, and Marcus Sachi fifth. Those are the 5 drivers that have a realistic shot at this win. Then Brandon Tharp in sixth, Eli Bright seventh, eighth, Javier Hernandez, ninth, TJ Hanley, 10th, Wyatt Walker. Then you got Alex Stewart, Riley Spraylytube, Trey Rainey, Andrew Miller, DJ Reed, Levi Shones, Tim Gary, Bray Ornest, Jonathan Beeford, Carter Friesen, Jeff Bright, Adam Lewis, and Alexander Rowe rounding out the field. So here we go. Pace car into pit road. Max Anderson, can you hold on over Joe Jefferson? Green flag back in the air, the white flag also. 1 lap to go at Daytona. Who wins the Daytona 500? Joe Jefferson up to the top. He gets back in line. Here he comes for the race lead. Joe Jefferson to the bottom lane. Gets underneath the 83 of Max Anderson. But can Code Luigi, Michael Canto, or others make a move for the win? Off of 2 down the backstretch for the final time. Code Luigi trying to protect the bottom lane. Brandon Tharp is there on his back bumper, trying to make moves to win this race. Joe Jefferson is out front. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. They're 3 wide behind. Joe Jefferson and Max Anderson off of turn number 4. Can Anderson make one last bold move? Off of 4 they come. Joe Jefferson. No contest for him. Into the travel. Joe Jefferson is a champion of the Daytona 500. Wow. What a finish. Joe Jefferson does it on the restart. And he holds off Max Anderson to win it. What a great finish to end it all. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Daytona 500 at Daytona International Speedway. There are 3 caution flags for 12 laps, including 1 scary accident with many cars going upside down, 7 lead changes among 8 different drivers, and Joe Jefferson led 1 lap. It was the most important one, the last one, to win at Daytona. Max Anderson so close to victory lane, he's going to end up second. Brandon Tharp in third, Javier Hernandez 4th, and Michael Canto in 5th. Then Code Luigi, after starting 40th, almost at the back of the pack, he ends up 6th. Wyatt Walker in 7th. Marcus Sachi led the most laps of 8. He comes home 8th. Eli Bryan's up 9th, and Riley Spraylytube in 10th. So there's your top 20. See, Trey Rainey led 6 laps. He ends up 13th. Decent day for him. Decent day for Jonathan Buford as well, as he led a lap. He ends up 19th. 23 cars finished this race, and man, oh man, it was one wild, wild race. So look down 21st to 40th. Some more leaders down here. Justin Heath led 6 laps. He was involved in that one scary accident, the last caution. Josh Samito ends up 30th. He led a lap. Patrick Smith, 34th. He led 2 laps. And as we look down at the rest of the field, Cynthia Bryan, Isaac Nichols, 2 Hendrick drivers end up 41st and 42nd. So now let's go to those point standings. Of course, it's only one race here. The point standing, it's going to be pretty much the same as the finishing results, except if you led some laps, you move up. But this is very important because in other series, it doesn't really matter about the points until you get to the whole more winners than there should be. But here, it doesn't matter if you win. Just be consistent, finish top 15, and you could possibly get yourself into the chase if you stay top 10 points, or if you have a win from 11th to 20th. So as of now, the chase, if it were to start after race 1, just to use this as an example, Joe Jefferson, Max Anderson, Brandon Tharp, Javier Hernandez, Michael Canto, Marcus Sachi, Code Luigi, Wyatt Walker, Eli Bright, and Riley Spraylytube would all be in the chase. Then your 2 wild cards from 11th to 20th. Since no one has a win down there, we go off of points, and that would be TJ Hanley and Trey Rainey. So that's really how the chase works. And then, of course, we're going to have the All-Star race winner in there as well. So it's just going to be a whole change. So the next race, second race of the season, the Auto Club 400 Auto Club. See you guys then.